also. He listens to you.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but I'll try. What is that sound file, dude?
What sound file?
The one that's playing in Discord.
Oh, that's just Sirenscape. It's the very generic free one that you get with Sirenscape.
I don't know what that is back there growling, but he sounds like he's got issues.
It's supposed to be the bugbear battle.
Ah.
Okay, whenever one of the Nathans gets out of Hangouts, will somebody let me know so I can adjust the videos?
Dang it, Nathan.
Yep, it's all my fault. Oh, cool.
What did you do?
I had to restart my machine because Sirenscape wasn't playing.
Oh.
And now I don't hear it anymore. Is it still playing?
It's playing.
Yes.
Why is it not playing for me again? It was playing 2 seconds ago. Can you kick me out of the Sirenscape group, James?
Sirenscape? Like
Out of Discord?
Discord?
Yeah, in the little Discord Sirenscape audio group. I can't leave.
Okay, where are the
I
notes?
can only block you.
Is it for game 27.1?
27
well,
and 27.1.
27 was recap of last game. 27.1 is what happened since last game.
Okay, so I need to read both of these?
Yeah.
Okay.
27.1 is the nice little training montage.
I can't kick you,
I don't think you can kick somebody out of Discord.
which is rude. It only lets me block.
Okay, hang on. I'm going to try and... You're going to have to re-invite me, I think. Let me... Leave server.
I don't think leaving the server is going to help.
I don't know what else to do. Like, I restarted it and it was playing sound for 2 seconds. And... now
Okay,
it's
so it's not in your Windows settings, right?
No, because I'm adjusting the volume up and down.
Okay.
I posted a link for Sway.
Did you go to voice? Yeah, the Sway wasn't loading for me. It wouldn't load.
No, I mean I just posted a new link.
Oh.
Maybe the link changed, or I grabbed an old link before
Okay.
sending it.
In your Discord settings, go to voice and video and check for your output device and your output volume.
Oh, now I can hear it.
Woot!
Yep, that's what was missing. It was trying to run some kind of default, which I guess was not my headset.
Yeah, Sway reloaded for me also. Aaron, your I don't even know what this is, but basically,
Are we talking stream?
yeah.
Okay.
Here, I'll share my screen so you can see what I'm seeing. So I have your face on your face.
That's weird. Hold on, I actually gotta... I don't see anything wrong on yours.
Oh, it just went away.
Well, it's because I clicked away from myself.
Oh,
To see you.
huh. Okay, so when I hover over your screen, that's when it shows up. Okay.
Huh?
So, okay, watch the screen and see where your face is.
I can't see it on yours. That's my point.
No, I mean, go to Hangouts.
Uh-huh.
And you see how that... Okay, now, if I hover over, do you see over your face?
See what over my face?
Yes.
There's like your thumbnail pops up over.
Yeah. This little thumbnail pops up over... See, when I hover over it, it, like, glows.
Nope.
I
Really?
see it.
How do you not see that?
I'm watching it in OBS, so...
No,
No,
watch it
not
in his
OBS.
Hangouts.
Look at it in Hangouts.
Watch his screen in Hangouts.
But his screen is this big. I can't
No.
see it.
No,
Click
go
on that
ahead.
screen.
Go ahead and click on my screen just for a second. I know that's going to screw up the other images here for a second, but that's okay. You see it?
Faintly, yeah.
Yeah, that's just only if I hover over, but
This is happening in...
yeah, it's actually not a
Twitch?
problem. It's only if I hover my mouse on the screen.
Is it affecting my stream?
No, not
Okay, then
anymore.
I don't
I
care.
thought it was, but then I realized what the problem was. So, okay, go ahead and click back on you or whatever. I think everything's fine now.
Is it affecting my stream?
No. Except
Okay, then
Game
I-
Master. Oh, because you're
Interesting. Okay.
sharing my screen. Yep. And then 20 minutes later, when Twitch updates. Okay, there we go. Neat. By the way, guys, if you haven't gone and checked out the new Twitch overlay, you really should.
Can you put that link back up? When I restarted my computer, it got rid of it.
It's twitch.tv/LadyNerdBird.
Just added it to Hangouts.
Or do it that way.
Sorry, I'm lazy.
Commercial again.
You have Leokiss and Baracol switched.
Well, I
It's
was
all my
waiting
fault.
for people to log into it correctly.
Fair enough. Okay, everybody's logged in now.
All right,
Yeah,
so...
it dropped my old whatever.
All right, hold on a second. I gotta figure out how I want to do this. Where did I just put this other one? Okay. Oh, this is gonna be ugly for a minute. Sorry. I don't even know what's going on with this. Oh, it's because I'm not showing it. That's why I can't see it.
Don't worry about switching screens. Just change their labels.
I'm not even in a box though.
I have.
Yeah.
No,
that-
I had it hidden
she's working
because
on it.
nobody was there. Okay. Who am I switching? Leokiss and Baracol?
Yeah.
No,
Oh, Nathan's there.
that's not right.
Now I'm in Grimble's spot.
Yeah.
So yeah, now you got to switch all three of them.
Why can't you guys just log in correctly? Jeez.
I really like this layout though.
It
I
looks
mean, I know
nice.
I'm biased, but
Okay.
yeah, I think it looks cool.
I think we're good.
So what you're saying is I should disconnect from Hangouts.
I'm gonna smack
Come
you.
back out.
We will hunt you down. You're one of the local ones, so she'll hunt you down easier.
Hmm. Alrighty.
All right, so we're all in.
We can switch the Sirenscape stuff now.
Yeah.
It's still super quiet for me. And I've got it running at like 200% on Sirenscape.
Do you?
Do you have it adjusted in your Windows volume mixer at all?
I've got that at like 80.
I do try to keep it below 50%. I mean, I could
No,
raise it.
For
and
everybody
just-
else, that's fine, because otherwise it's going to explode their eardrums, and I'm
Yes, please don't.
not trying to do that.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, that bugbear is already annoying enough as it is. Arr.
Okay, he's done. Sorry, I just needed something to play so we
Okay.
can.
So, I
We have
close.
passed all the tests.
I still haven't read anything. I'm sorry.
Okay, so Aaron will go last. Everybody else has read?
You said you resent this way.
Yeah, I put it in the Hangouts.
Oh, you put that in the Hangouts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rick, have you read everything?
I have.
Cool.
I've not done the homework though. Things have been just a clusterfuck since I got back. So, sorry, just busy.
Did I assign homework?
You gotta be shitting.
You told us to after reading those things, come up with some story ideas that we had been doing for the last couple of levels.
Oh, basically, I was just saying that I'm gonna ask that at game.
What's the
So you guys can
video
make
recap?
Yeah, well, I have no idea what I've been doing for the last couple of levels.
Gotcha. Video recap is your Twitch stream.
Oh. Derp. Okay, so
I think
I need
Nathan's
to read
about to
game
throw his
27 and
computer.
then the devastation orbs. Got it. Oh, I'm such a doofus. I could have just gone to our Wix site.
Okay. So let me get this going.
I did at least get my guy updated to level 10 last week.
Yeah. When you thought there was a game?
Yeah, I don't know why, because I don't ever set reminders in my calendar. It just goes based off the ones that you send out. So I don't know why this one popped up a week early. It's weird.
Well, I mean, I set it a week early for myself, so I can, when I get that reminder, I go, oh crap, so I could get started working on it on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And so I guess that just
So
tripulates
now
down to you guys.
test.
Yeah, that's fine.
Is somebody not logged in?
To which thing?
I have Leocus, Grimble.
Yeah,
Which
that's
Oh,
which
I guess all
program?
4 of you guys. Sorry, I'm used to five people being in Fantasy Grounds.
Oh.
Sad.
Yeah, I don't know if they'll let Mike jump on in boot camp.
Oh no. I'm not sure if you were here earlier, but I wrote Mike a letter, and he wrote me back. And basically, when I wrote him a letter, I left anything out about the game, just because I kind of didn't want him to feel like, man, this really sucks. I'm not able to play.
Right.
But when he wrote back, he was like, so what are the game updates?
Nice.
I was like, oh, okay. I guess my next letter will include those.
How's he doing? Did he say?
He had, of course, some complaints. He just feels like everything's very disorganized, and one person is not talking to the other person. I honestly believe that that's actually kind of by design, because I kind of feel boot camp is kind of one of those things where it's like, yeah, no, none of us are talking to each other, and we're gonna make you feel this way just so you are just very acceptive of our orders.
It's
But,
very possible.
The other half of the letter was a bunch of the cool stuff that he's gotten to do. So, like he got to throw a live grenade, which he was like, that was kind of awesome. It was scary as hell, but it was awesome.
Did he do the gas chamber yet?
Yep.
That's one of the
Uh,
first things
yeah.
they have you do, man. That sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was one of his sucky. That was on the sucky half of the letter. But yeah, so he got to do a lot of things that are kind of cool. But yeah, well, it's boot camp. You're not supposed to enjoy that. But soon he gets to go to his training for what he's going to be doing full time, which
Poor
I think he's going
Nathan.
to have more fun there.
Nathan has no sound in Hangouts now. He changed headsets.
Seriously?
Yeah. Poor bastard.
Uh,
Oh, and he's gone. And he's back.
Now I can hear.
okay, we can hear you.
Okay. Play just anything, any noise in Discord.
Working on it.
Okay, I can hear that. Did I break Twitch from bouncing?
He came in the same spot on Hangouts, so
That's what I'm hoping. Erin?
I'm looking.
Oh, she's reading.
Nope, you fell back into place.
Okay, good. Yeah, I don't know what my machine's doing. I had to stop using this other headset.
Okay.
I think I've got the cheapest headset made, and it works so
Well,
good.
I was trying to go to a cheaper wireless one, so I didn't have this cord and this silly like adjustable like volume thing screwing things up.
Yeah.
And I forgot to charge it, so I'm wondering if that's not causing some of the problems. But
That
it's
could do it.
plugged up, and I don't know. My machine is flipping its shit between Twitch and Discord both running at the same time.
Yeah. I had an issue. I was using a wireless headset when I was recording YouTube videos, like training videos for our managers. And anytime I would try to record something using that wireless headset, it would just bog
Hey,
down
I have a
QuickTime so bad
question.
I couldn't use it.
Yeah.
What is this supposedly questionable magic that was used to get a beam out of somebody?
Oh,
What did you do, Rowena?
no, that was me.
Yeah.
I-
That,
It wasn't necessarily questionable magic.
no.
It was
He,
definitely a questionable practice, but
he
yeah.
basically lifted the beam and threw the guy out from under it. It was extremely
Oh,
painful, and the
right.
guy would have died without
Well, I couldn't
without,
pick
like,
up the beam.
supernatural healing.
I couldn't
see.
pick up the beam, so I smashed it with my shield to knock it out of the way. 'Cause I had him pinned to the ground.
Yeah,
And
it was
he
through him.
had supernatural or questionable magic that kept him alive. I just had questionable practices from getting him out from under the building.
Wait,
anyway-
I jumped through a wall?
Yes.
Interesting.
Because, you know, you do that thing.
I mean, I'm not surprised, but okay. I'm on the next thing. Sorry.
Yeah. The whole wild magic is fun. Okay. So, Aaron will go, I guess, last. And we'll
All right.
come to Rick second to last, I guess.
I'm gonna take off my headphones again so I can keep reading them.
Okay, go ahead. But let's start with Barricle. During these
Okay.
last 2 years, tell me something that you wanted to try to accomplish.
Work with that affliction to try to get rid of it. And, you know, Leokas has been locking me up during the full moon and helping me out with that. And that's been the major personal issue. You know, in spare time, working at the brewery and, you know, focusing on my skills as a monk, giving a little charity to the children around Red Larch. You know, that's one of my big long-term goals. So
Okay.
that's really about it.
What led? Now, if you want to change what actually anything I wrote, feel free. But what would have led to the decision where you actually went and grabbed the other were creatures to work with them?
Well, since I'm the alpha and we had an army there, it seemed like a great idea at the time. And it's like shock troops. Just thought it was a very tactically sound idea.
Okay.
And that's like cavalry. So just seemed like the best idea at the time when you're facing an army.
So you're like, okay, I'm a tool right now. Why don't we just go ahead and use it?
Exactly.
Okay, cool.
You know, and it worked well. So
I guess that kind of brings up the question, if you feel like you are more in control of it, do you want to keep that aspect, or are you still looking to get rid of the painful and the questionable?
Well,
am I going to hurt?
So I wouldn't actually say that he would be in control of it.
yeah.
You guys basically knew this is falling in line of a full moon night, and they're going to attack, and they're going to jump into carnage. And so it was just kind of like, okay, let's just point the beast in the right direction, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
So over the 2 years, because I think this is just from the actual handbook, can't you learn to somewhat control it and shift on command if you want?
Absolute.
if you accept it.
And
And
I guess that's more of what I'm trying to kind of ask. Like, over these 2 years of whatever we've been doing, is that kind of become
no, I don't think
So
Verical would ever accept it based off
okay?
of what he did when he first changed.
Okay.
So that's definitely something we want to get rid of. Uh, Speaking out of game, when I first read about lycanthropy in 5e, it's like, okay, poof, you're no longer a lycanthrope. It's like, you gotta be joking. Because it
yeah.
was so bad in all the prior versions of the game, and I just didn't want it to be gone that quickly. I thought it'd add some strife to the party and be a good plot line. So that was
There's
really
there's no material cost for that spell either. It's just
no.
it's verbal and a couple of waves of some fingers, and then ta-da, you're all better.
Exactly. It was just like stupid easy. So that was the biggest thing.
So I
Um,
think I think why they did it from a game mechanics point of view is just because how easy it is to get it.
mhm.
They wanted to make it just as easy to get rid of it,
They
and
surely did.
it really probably should be harder to get it, and then they make it harder to get rid of it.
Right.
I would be down with that, but
Yeah.
I mean that was their choice.
Yeah.
But I'm completely okay with you guys making it harder to get to that point. Um, and mechanics wise, also, if you do accept lycanthrope,
Mhm.
I probably would consider your character an NPC.
Yeah.
Just because that stuff is pretty. I mean, it's pretty powerful,
It
and I
is.
guess I could work around it, but I'm not sure that's the kind of story that we're trying to tell.
No, I agree. I definitely don't want to accept it. I want to get rid of it. And I think that's something that, over the last 2 years, we've dealt with it as we could. Leokus either locks me up or sicks me on armies. Um, and, through talking to other healers and various research, we figured out, oh, hey, this will do it. That's easy. Poof.
Yeah.
And that's basically it.
Okay. Um. So, Leokus, what have you been doing for the last 2 years?
I guess that's a good bit of it is just kind of research. I guess at this point he has kind of more truly embraced the idea that he is a cleric of Pelor, and not so much just this is something that happened to me and I guess I'll play my role for now kind of thing. Because he's kind of more fully embraced it. So I would say, however you want to play it out, James, that he probably traveled some looking for temples, especially if he could find anything with manuscripts so that he could fully, truly embrace it and learn better how to do his job as a cleric. And I guess in part of this would kind of be wherever we came across the capability to get rid of lycanthropy. And then at the same time, he's kind of let himself, from a physical discipline standpoint, go a little bit since he left the military. So he's kind of tried to put himself back into that same exercise conditioning regiment since it is quite obvious that he's getting into rough situations. So I guess that can kind of be the roleplay background as to how I've added the 2 levels of fighters that he just kind of re-remembered and brought himself back into some of that type training that he used to do all the time.
Okay.
I'm back.
Oh, welcome back. Um, okay. During your time in different battles and such, um, you have felt additional pain with your scar that you have.
Mhm.
do you do anything anymore, like either research or start talking to other people about that?
It depends on how often it occurs, I guess. Um, if it's very infrequent or not that much, I may just try and ignore it from kind of a psyche level. But if
Okay.
it feels like it's increasing in pain or frequency, then yeah, absolutely, that would be part of his research in his travels to try and figure out. I think because he's aware of what the symbol means now, right? After going through some of the battles we've been through and some of the stuff that we've dealt with as a group, he knows what that symbol means now,
Oh yeah,
correct?
yeah. No, Armand
Yeah.
has definitely showed you that symbol.
Okay, so he's fully aware of the relevance of that mark.
Hmm.
So yeah, he'd be looking into what does it mean for him specifically rather than just that mark, and is there anything that I can do about it?
Have you
But
talked to any of the other players
players?
or
No,
characters? I mean,
no.
no. Okay.
So they still don't know about it.
Give me an investigation check.
Who?
Uh, Nathan
Okay.
or Leocus, I should say.
Ooh.
A 6.
Neat. Okay. Yeah. You haven't.
I've
Um,
found jack shit.
So yeah. Basically, while
It's not a medicine check because I'm really good at those.
I was thinking the same thing, actually.
so, tell me about a battle that was lost. That you were a part of in the last 2 years.
In this time period?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Does it list any other ones outside of that one in our
I
little
mean,
story?
and
I'm just looking just to see if there was anything else that I could build off of. But
oh, absolutely. Yeah.
um,
And I can come back to you if you want to think about it.
was I traveling outside of the one battle that it's listed here?
It's
Would I
been
have been traveling with anybody specifically, or is it just kind of intermingling as our paths cross kind of deal?
it's been a Forgotten Realms 2 years. That's a long period of time.
Okay.
So the I just listed a few examples of battles that you guys went through, significant ones. So feel free to add anything that happened.
Okay.
Additional battles and whatnot. There was a couple battles that you guys have fought that actually you guys fought against some of the leaders of those cults. Obviously, they lived, they got away,
Mhm.
but there were things that happened during that time, and you actually got to see them on the battlefield. They were definitely a force to be reckoned with.
Would I have seen her,
Who's her?
the one that gave me the mark?
So you have this vague memory of her.
Does it feel like it's intentionally cloudy?
No. You that your primary focus that night wasn't on who that girl was. From the background, and correct me if I'm reading it wrong, but she was sexy. You were paying attention to her sexiness, and then all of a sudden she pulls out this bar and she stabs you. So then you went from, hey, look at this really hot girl, to all of a sudden, oh my god, I'm in extreme pain.
Damn women.
So so basically your memory wouldn't just like put her directly in your forethoughts. You think you probably would remember if you saw her.
But I can't picture her face just straight up on my own until.
No.
Okay.
You picture more her actions than her appearance. So yeah, I'll let you think about that.
Okay. Yeah.
Rick, what do you think Grimble would have been doing for the past 2 years?
I think Grimble would have been, after having witnessed the fury of the devastation, or firsthand, and help him clean up after that. I'm pretty much gonna continue with my paladin type existence and help as many of the victims of these cults as possible. So I'll go from place to place. I'll listening for any hints of cult activity or any rumors about orb like things, and go check them out. And that's gonna lead to some of the I think some of the stuff that you had written down, like the fight on the boat with Shoaler and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm helping chase some of the orbs and fighting the cults still, and it's just assisting as many of these victims, helping them as much as I can, um, in keeping with my paladin duties.
Okay.
As far as protecting and maintaining dwarven kind, I'm also kind of on a side quest, trying to find out what we can about lycanthropy, but that's secondary to what my paladin duties are.
Okay. Since you mentioned like following your paladin duties, um, what what do you think would be like a one like it might have been just been only a one-time thing, but like something that you acted almost out of character. And if you want to think about that, that's fine. I can go to somebody else.
Yeah, give me a few minutes because I gotta remember what my character's like.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
All right.
Um,
I've been drugged up and asleep since then. So
uh, Rowena, are you
I'm here.
quick? Are you caught up?
As far as all of the notes, yes.
Okay, cool. What do you think something that you would have done in the past 2 years?
It depends on my capacity to travel planes.
What an answer.
No, that's fair. Yeah, what? Let's travel here. Where would you have gone, and why?
I probably would have tried to go to one of the elemental planes to see if I could find more information on some of the different elemental cults.
Okay. Sorry, I'm taking notes.
Okay, okay.
Um, what are you hoping to find? I mean, I know that you said information on elemental cults, but that's very broad.
Well, okay, so what with these destruction orbs that we've been seeing, are they elemental based like the different cults have been? Or I guess that would be what I'm looking for is what's their relationship to the different cults that we've had.
Yeah. Well, in Realmworks, I do have the devastation orbs now as an item, so you guys can see it.
Did we
I
have access to
really
them?
hope. Oh god. Yeah. No, I do have it open. If you scroll down to things, should be at the very bottom.
Let me.
But yeah. So, you guys have seen the effects of them, and yes, there is one for water, earth, fire, and air. The air orb, as you guys experience, basically you go through this terrible windstorm for an hour. The earth creates these earthquakes and what is it called when the earth separates?
Fissures.
I'm sorry.
Crevices.
Fissures. Yeah, either or.
Yeah. Basically, that kind of things happen for about an hour. The fire orb creates an intense heat wave, wildfires, and even sometimes volcanic eruptions that last for an hour. And the water orb creates a torrential rainstorm, mass flash flooding, whirlpools, that also last for more than an hour. And sometimes this flash flooding can get up to like 50 feet of floods.
Oh my god.
Um,
It's like
so
a tidal wave.
yeah, these things these things cost a lot for them to create. Um, and this is some information that you're finding out, Rowena. Um, basically, like people die creating these orbs. Um, you guys have experienced that people setting them off have died, but the actual creation of these things, people have died creating them, pouring that kind of energy. Life energy is very powerful, man. Um, and when you create something using life energy, uh, a sacrifice can create some very powerful effects.
I hate fanatics.
and and from your travels, you've learned about these devastation orbs more, and some of the things that you are able to bring back is like uh, you can track down where they're being created. You can actually sense energies, or you have rituals that you'll be able to implore to sense when the energies are being formed to fuse these.
Okay.
And maybe that allowed you to lead some battles. You can say, hey, they're creating them here. And that allowed
Okay.
people of the Feathergirl Spire or Feathergirl Army and Waterdeep and such to be able to direct to those things.
Cool.
Nathan.
So I'm thinking at some point during his travels, he comes across a group of soldiers, kind of a smaller, 10-man or less group that are out on a relatively harmless, mostly recon type mission that recognize him from his former army. And he decides he's going to join up with them in some manner. Things get far, far worse than they expected. And they have to retreat. A few of the people are just flat out dead. And at one point, Yokas is trying to physically drag or help one of the members and cannot because he's let his physical fitness lapse.
Okay.
So he winds up watching another member die and has to retreat himself so that he isn't lost in the middle of the fray. And that's going to weigh on him and might be part of the reason where he starts getting back into his physical training routine.
Okay. During this battle, you guys were fighting against Marlos, who is the leader of the Earth Cult.
Mhm.
And how your friend died was he was turned to stone. Marlos has the how did I forget that lady's name? The lady with the snake heads.
Medusa.
Medusa. He has the Medusa ability.
Okay.
And when your friend died, basically, you end up in some kind of situation where you're close to Marlos, but obviously you're not looking at or making eye contact with him, and he's taunting you. And during this, he's like, "You realize that the Elder Eye sees everything you see. You led us exactly to where you led us to this point. You showed us exactly what you were planning.
Wow.
We
That
are here
sounds-
because of you. I attacked because of you."
Got it. Yeah, that would
sounds-
definitely be a stronger impetus to figure out what to do about that scar.
Okay. Um,
And he would probably want to stay away from people for a while because of that.
okay. Very cool. What did you take care of any affairs before getting rid of your curse?
With the werewolves,
Yes.
yeah, I told them to do no harm. You know, head
Okay.
off into the deep woods and don't come back. You know, live as wild creatures, but stay away from civilization.
Okay.
So
Cool. Grimble.
See,
Do you have an answer for that? Yep.
yeah, I think so. At I don't have specifics, but at one point, something that is very out of character for me, I was driven by pity in making this decision to show mercy to one of a cult member who was badly injured during one of our fights. I showed him mercy and let him go,
Okay. Was it a
which sounds like a
significant?
very noble paladin thing to do, but I took an oath of vengeance.
Absolutely.
You know, I would have just killed that motherfucker. So it's kind of out of character for me to
What?
you,
give
you
into the
broke your oath.
Why do you think? Why do you think you would have showed him pity?
I guess he probably gave me some sob story
Okay.
or made some sort of vow or promise to me
Was he a dwarf?
that he would give up his ways.
That was what I was going to ask.
I don't
Yeah.
know. We can definitely probably roll to find out, I would guess.
No, that would make sense. Yeah, because you've been very like
I'm a champion of the dwarves.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
That's actually the best way to say it. So yeah, he definitely would be a dwarf that basically pleaded with you.
Cool, that works. If I see him again, I'm gonna kill him. Straight up. Straight up.
He's just
let me
shouting in
rephrase.
the-
If I have to fight this guy again, if I have let him go just so I could fight the same enemy again, there will be no mercy this time around.
so did you go to did you go to paladin school?
I was trained by the church.
He was an
before.
altar boy. He started
Okay.
out as an altar
What-
boy.
Hey, easy now, easy. I know what happens to those altar boys.
Were there other paladins that also went through this training with you?
There might have been one. There's not like there was a whole school. Paladins aren't super common.
No, but sometimes it's not uncommon for like them for like churches to send paladins to like a training camp, and they can learn as a group better.
No, I was more trained by by the church itself. You know, it wasn't like
Mhm.
they didn't send me anywhere to learn. I mean, I grew up with dwarves. You know, they all know how to handle hammers and axes and stuff like. Especially, you know, my father was a brewmaster, and I went through all the traditional training for with the battle hammer and everything like that because of my clan name. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, I had a militaristic type background as it was, and I put that to use. I entered the service of the church and chose to become a paladin.
When you entered the service, was it at a young age or was it more like a college age?
Let's see.
Come on, you're an altar boy. Just say it.
backstory. Slowish. Come on.
Guys, I'll be back in a sec. Ethan
Sure.
fell asleep downstairs, so I'm gonna bring him up here and put him in his bed.
Okay. So I'll let you think about that a little bit more.
It
Rowena.
just says as soon as he was of age, he was indoctrinated into the church as a holy warrior and defender of the faith in service of the dwarven god of defense and vigilance, Gorm. So whatever coming of age would be for a dwarf, I don't know. 18, 24, 16. I don't know.
Well, dwarves live longer, but
Right.
whatever. I'm thinking between like teenage to adulthood. When you say of age, like in some traditions, of age means like you're going from like childhood to teenager.
A man, right.
Um, like I'm thinking, for instance, like the Jewish tradition. You're 13. But when you say of age, do you mean more like adulthood, or do you mean more like?
Yeah, I guess so. So maybe like as a human, if I was turning 18,
Okay.
now I'm of age. I've got rights. I'm considered a full-fledged adult, other than I can't buy a beer. But
Okay.
so
So how about feel free to tell me no, you don't like this idea, but how about the person that or that you showed mercy on actually be a childhood friend?
that is working for a cult,
Mm-hmm.
and I showed mercy to him.
I mean, you had a history with this kid. You knew him. You knew his family.
Sure. I mean, it honestly could be any reason. J- like the simple fact that it was a dwarf. I don't necessarily. I mean, if you want to make it more personal to me, then that's fine. But I think from a perspective, if we're talking about motives, I think just the fact that it was a dwarf would be sufficient for me as a
Okay.
as a paladin. But if we want to make it more, if you're seeing more of a storyline and want to make it more personal for Grimble, that sounds cool. We can play along with that.
Okay. Um. So Rowena, traveling from plane to plane obviously isn't easy.
Uh-huh.
Um,
What are you talking about?
what kinds of things do you do to prepare to travel?
Work out.
A workout.
I don't know. I practice phase shifts with my fox.
Okay. Um, do the rituals involved tend to like encompass part of like where you're going? Like obviously, like if you're traveling to like the fire elemental plane, would obviously that would I'm sorry, not obviously, but would that involve fire, or is your ability to travel from plane to plane more of a self thing where it's more about when you do your ritual?
I imagine it's more about me and knowing how to attune myself to the plane rather than attuning to the plane,
Okay.
if that makes sense. Um, I imagine with my in conjunction with my fox, it's very like game like for the fire plane we play the floor is lava or something. I don't know.
Okay. No, that's cool.
But something like that.
Okay. Cool. All right. Yeah, that gives me kind of a decent history. Anything else? Actually, everybody here is now able to list one truth, something that happened during this time. Uh, it could be anything from like we defeated a god, or I'm sorry, the what are they called? The elements, the elemental cults defeated a god, to something along the lines of like a city was destroyed. But just something that happened that was significant during these past past 2 years?
For me, it was oh gosh, I can't pull it up right now. I think one of my things was like there was an old colleague, that I used to talk to a lot, and it was like one of my long-term goal type things. But I was trying to like find him again or something.
Okay.
But I made contact with him while in one of those planes.
Okay, so he was in another plane.
Either that or he was like projecting there or something. Oh, oh, you know what? Instead of him, I found my twin on another plane. That's what happened. Not actually physically there, but like projecting or something there.
Cool. That. Okay. Um, is this a birth twin or is this a multidimensional twin?
I want to say birth twin, so we'll go with
Okay.
that.
Cool. I didn't know you had a birth twin.
I forgot until I looked it up.
Okay. No, I like it. What else? Somebody else.
I'll go.
Okay.
Let's say shortly. What was that guy? The stone leaders, the earth cult leaders' name?
Marlos.
Marlos. Let's say sometime not long after my encounter with him and me somehow escaping from that whole conflict.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say while I am studying somewhere, I get that same kind of being watched feeling like I had forever ago one night while I was at watch in a campfire. And except for this time, instead of somebody talking to me, they show me, and I get to basically watch various different elemental cult members attack and destroy my hometown, including my family's residence.
Nice. Okay.
Specifically watching one of my parents being turned to stone.
Do you think that that was, and you get to declare this, do you think it was intentional or the Colts didn't even know that you were able to watch that?
No, I think it was very much intentional. I think she was there helping guide some of the conflict. And it was an intentional strike.
Okay. No. I'm sorry. That you were able to watch, not that the
Yes,
strike.
that too. Yes.
Okay.
The fact that they are basically watching me or showing me them executing my parents.
Okay.
Is definitely an intentional thing.
Okay. Baracle?
During one of the fights with an earth cult, there was a child that got caught in the crossfire and was severely burned. And, even though I've been trained in medicine and triage, I just couldn't do anything to help. And the child died. And since that's one of the things that Miracle has always hated is seeing others suffer, he started kind of hiding orphans away in the brewery. And they're, setting them to work in the brewery and teaching them a trade and things like that. It's kind of become I'd like to say an orphanage, but it's not really that sophisticated at this
A
point.
brewery orphanage?
Hey, you're teaching them a trade.
Child
They're
labor.
orphans. We're paying them.
Yeah, they pay those kids in China too.
Has your
Oh my
brewery
gosh.
expanded?
Slightly, yeah. It's done very well
No,
under.
no, no. I'm meaning like, has it expanded outside of Red Larch? Like, do you have other places open?
Do you have satellite locations?
I would love to say yes, and that's up to you because we did send some of the kegs of ale along with the 2 pirate chicks down to Waterdeep.
I'm
And
okay with
we
there
never
being.
role played that.
I'm okay with there being. Well, yeah. I mean that I'm hoping that kind of took place over the past 2 years.
Okay.
The winery that you guys visited, that was, what's her name?
Hmm.
Tyria. That was the winery that she was talking about.
Gotcha.
So I like the idea that maybe your brewery has expanded to different locations.
I like it.
And you're using that. You're using the that as a front for, okay, this is what we do for our income, but you're using the locations to help build a satellite of, this is where we can send the orphans
Right.
and give them shelter, give them training, help them get them off the
Yeah.
streets.
That's basically, yeah, that sounds great.
Okay. Grimble.
I've got nothing at the moment. What
Okay.
was the ask again, please?
Basically, you could can define a situation, and whatever you say here is, I guess, true. Other than, of course, like, I defeat the elemental eye.
So it doesn't have to be, because it sounded like everybody else was describing some sort of Godsmack type incident to them.
Yeah. Well, like Aaron and Baracle, they took care of something that was kind of like a longer goal for their character.
Hmm.
You
I don't know that I ever set anything like that for mine.
okay?
You know, I'm just
No, that's fine.
I'm just living in the world, man.
That's
Making my
fine.
day by day.
Okay. If you come up with something later,
All right.
we could find it there. Let's go ahead and take a 5-er, and we'll meet back up and continue on what's happening right now.
Cool.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, guys. Be right back.
Yes, sir.
Murder them?
Murder them? I don't know that I want to murder them in my house. I feel
Wow.
like the forensic evidence against me would be very bad.
Well, James will help you move the bodies.
Use your shower curtain.
What?
We can help this.
We can talk you through this here.
Okay. I don't know how you guys know this. Also,
Are there any underpasses or overpasses being built near you?
yes, there are
Oh,
tons of
construction?
them.
All right, see, we've got this figured out.
You are good.
So
Okay, I'm so
we're gonna go
sorry.
ahead and say we're just joking since we are now back live on Twitch.
Oh yeah, we're just joking, just joking.
Next game, we all play a party of rogues.
Oh, who's the comedian with the tie?
Which one?
Male, female,
Male. The guy with the tie. He always dresses up.
John Mulaney?
Yeah, John Mulaney.
I don't
In
know
his
how I know
recent
that.
skit, he was talking about how he likes to make sure that he adds "just kidding" to the end of his anything he says, because he was talking about how one of his friends was basically in this deposition, and they were pulling.
Oh yeah.
They were pulling emails that they previously wrote, and one of the emails read, "Do you need me to help you kill the guy? Because I would totally do that." And and she was like, "You really should be worried about these. Why?" and then she read the email to him, and he was like, "Oh." So yes. To follow along with that, we are absolutely just kidding. We are not.
Just
Killing,
Just-
we're just killing.
Nice Freudian slip there, James.
Okay, now Aaron, please make sure you do your best to not let the people that just randomly showed up to your house die tonight, because
And when he says
you
we're
know
just killing,
what?
he means this joke.
No, one of them is drinking like for the first time, so I don't know what's gonna happen. He's
Oh my
barely
God.
had like a sip of beer, and he's like, I don't feel funny. It's just weird.
Oh my god.
okay.
So-
Well,
How old is this? How old is this? How old?
Yeah, that's what I asked him. He told me he's 12.
Wow. We need.
So
He is not
Hold on.
12. He's
we've
not
got
12.
an underage drinker that we're planning on murdering, wrapping in a shower curtain, and burying underneath
burying
the
it in
concrete of
an
an
You know what?
That's
It's
so
fine. I will use my roommate's shower curtain, so it'll be fine.
oh, okay,
Oh, sick.
perfect.
Oh, wait a
Crap, we
minute.
just gave away our plan.
Oh, shit. Well, it's okay because he doesn't have a shower curtain anyways. It's a door.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well.
Shane is
Huh.
not above using people's bathroom towels to clean up messes. I'm just saying.
What?
That is true.
Yeah, and putting them back on the rack afterwards.
What
Covered
did
in
you
vomit.
do? What did you
That
do?
was like years and years and years ago.
I feel like this is a drunken story.
I need to know what
Yeah,
this
Oh,
is.
it is.
My 21st birthday, wasn't it?
No.
Was that not it? It was another night, huh?
Yeah, it was another night.
Okay, I
Your
don't
21st
remember.
birthday is when I laid out on the back porch. And
Oh right, yeah,
Thought I
that's
was
right.
gonna die.
That's right. That was a lot of fun.
Wait, okay, no. I need to go back to the towels. What about the towels?
Who threw up? Was it Derek?
yes.
So we were all hammered at this place. Derek was living with
What was her
girl.
name?
I can't remember her name. He stole all of her CDs after she moved out. I don't remember. So anyway, she was out, and Derek had all his buddies over, and of course his place we called it the Maxi Pad because it was the place to go to have a party, right? So it was always the Maxi Pad.
That
We go there,
sounds
we-
terrible. That's
It's
a
a horrible
terrible
party.
name.
It was bad, but we didn't care because we get over and we get fschnigget like 3 sheets to the wind every night. And I think it was Derek that got so like he was plastered and he
He threw up in his
threw up
roommate's bathroom.
all over the place.
So I got the towel off the hanger and cleaned it up and rehung it. Well, she came home and took a shower and then tried to dry
Yeah.
off with the towel.
Oh, she was pissed.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
she was not happy.
I don't blame her. That's terrible.
It was disgusting. Maggie. It was Maggie. Was it Maggie?
I think so, actually.
I think that was her
Oh
name.
my god, I forgot all about
And
that.
she was actually, a fairly
Oh my
chick,
God.
man. But yeah, Shane was lit. Derek had puked everywhere. It was on the floor, on the walls. He ran from his bathroom or from her bathroom all the way to the other bathroom. It's puke everywhere. And Shane's going behind him with her bathroom towel, cleaning up the walls and the floors. And he puts it back.
I don't know why I didn't just take it to the washing machine. I just didn't. Wasn't worried about it at the time.
Oh man.
You
Well-
could have at least just like left it in the bathtub, but no, you're like it'll be okay. Nobody will notice. I'll put
Pull it
right
up and
back.
put it back.
This is an incredible story.
It was something Shane did. It wasn't me.
It was so
It was
wrong.
So awesome. Was that the
I
night you were dragging your face across the carpet?
I don't think so.
I don't remember. We could regale you all night with these. We want-
Okay.
wow, that was a good memory.
Yeah, it was. I had forgotten all about that.
Fun.
Okay.
Okay,
that
so
note,
Grimble and Barracole did this in that 2 years.
Nice. Okay, so to quickly catch you up, Aaron, on what's happened since you guys
Apparently,
are all...
there are dead people because there are vultures everywhere.
No, you guys are at Feathergale Spire,
Oh.
and you guys are looking over this map, and the map's laid out, and the cartographers have come over to look at this. Nobody has been able to figure out where this map is from. It doesn't line up with anything that's in Faerun. Written on the map are what I posted into Fantasy Grounds.
Yeah, if you scroll up on your chat screen in Fantasy Grounds, you'll see it.
You shouldn't have to go far.
There are 4 brothers in this world that were all born together. The first sings a song that is never good. The second runs and never wearies. The third drinks and is ever thirsty. And the fourth eats and is never full. It
Wind,
sounds like the
water,
second
earth.
one won the lottery.
Oops.
Neat. Not sure how you did that, but
I clicked and dragged.
oh,
Let go.
Okay, but you need to stop doing that now.
I'm sorry.
Click, click.
So there was some investigation rolls, and what they discovered was this has something to do with each brother has something to do with an element. Rowena looks at this map, and after looking at it for a while, you have a memory, and this memory might be a little haunting or it might be a little sad, but this is one of the last times that you remember seeing your grandmother, Arlen,
Mm-hmm.
and you remember this map being in the room, being in the background. You remember other people being there. She was there. What was going on at that time
In the memory or for me?
in the memory, or even just for you?
That is probably when I had first set out on my own. And she and my grandfather were completing what might have been their last quest.
Okay. Um, did anything happen between you and your grandmother that maybe you wish played out different? Maybe you wish you said something different?
I guess I would have wished that I could have said goodbye. They just kind of disappeared.
Okay. Um, after basically you get drawn to this memory. You remember that scene, speaking to your grandmother. You remember some other people in the background. You've seen them before, but I mean they're not significant enough that where you have much memory of them. You just know that they hung out with your grandmother and grandfather before.
Mm-hmm.
Um, uh, but yes, basically the end result is that you remember this was the time that you saw where after they left they never came back, and um, the after you make this realization and uh, you're in the room with the rest of the people, um, a, a person approaches behind you and she says in an extremely familiar voice, um, so you finally found it. And it's Arlen that's speaking.
Is she actually there?
So when you turn around, you look at her and you see this like spirit being of her, and the spirit like the bottom half of her starts twisting, and it goes down into where your fox is.
So it's quasi like Star Warsy.
No, it's not R2 spitting out Leia.
No. I was thinking of like Obi-Wan.
uh, yeah, I guess you can think of it kind of that way.
Except if Obi-Wan was a genie and the bottle was a fox.
Absolutely.
Can I hug her?
Yeah, you could try.
Well, I'm gonna try. Do I need to roll dex?
You can certainly try.
So yes, you turn around and you throw your arms around her. Um, you feel the air is cold there, but her reflection, she hugs you back, but she's just a spirit being.
Okay.
She's not of this reality.
I'll ask her what she can tell me about this map.
Okay. She's like, the Fane of the Eye, or at least that's what we used to call it. It it led us to where the elemental evil begun.
So, where this is marked or whatever is the source of it.
Yes, it's in one of the planes, but not one that you would expect. It's not of the standard elements. It's in this plane that's almost between all four of the elements.
Is it possible to get there?
Absolutely. That is where we went. I can show you. I can teach you how.
That would be great. We are trying to destroy it.
You've taken on the task that we hoped to finish years ago. I'm sorry that we weren't successful, and this now lies upon you.
Is there anything you could tell me that would help me?
Only that
Stay away from shower curtains.
I'm trying to stay in character here. Come on.
Sorry.
you're at an advantage years ago, the elements were very powerful. Throughout the throughout the past couple of years, uh, you have dwindled their power. You have attacked their cults. You have attacked their beliefs, and that's how these elements um, grow. They grow in power through the more cult members they get, more powerful they become. The elemental eye only lives because of the its four anchors, which are earth, air, fire, and water. Destroying these destroying these lands, you will be able to finally defeat the evil eye.
But that won't affect our plane here negatively by destroying it, right? I mean, I know that we're dependent on the elemental planes for stability here.
Yeah, absolutely. The elemental planes um, do actually have a lot of control here, but this place exists between those planes, and what this place is doing is it's actually polluting those planes.
I see.
Eventually, the goal here is that the elemental evil will take over those planes, and they will no longer be able to function without the authority of the evil eye.
Okay.
And by destroying this, you will actually save not only your plane but the four elements as well.
Okay. I'm assuming my party is with me.
Yeah.
Can they see her?
No.
You're just talking to yourself again.
Well,
However-
that's pretty standard for me.
Yeah. Doesn't
Rest-
bother us any.
The rest of you do see her having this conversation, albeit one side.
I don't think we're all that shocked being that's having the conversation, though.
You think she's talking to dirt? Or is there somebody new?
The T is silent.
Like,
Like Dare is screaming in your
Oh, darn.
head. The T is silent.
It's like, shh, I'm talking to my grandma.
There you go.
I'm arguing with the other parts of myself. All right, well, I will convey.
I
what-
think that thoroughly sums up Rowena in one statement right there. I'm arguing with the other parts of myself.
I'm gonna look at Leokiss and say, "Well, you cured me. Anything you can do here?"
I'm afraid that's a little bit beyond my reach.
Okay. So after figuring out that they've realized that they are thinking I'm just talking to myself, I will go ahead and convey the other side of the conversation to everybody.
Okay.
I will ask my grandma if she can be with me on the other plane when we go.
So your dead grandmother told you that you need to take us to another plane of existence, and you're gonna cast the spell?
Yeah, why do you say that like that's weird?
That. I'm
This
a
might
little
be normal to
concerned.
you, but not so much for me.
Oh no, plane travel's super easy. We've been doing it for years.
Who's
We-
this we?
Ooh.
My
Are
family.
you talking to your other selves again?
Yeah,
In
absolutely.
this we?
My grandparents taught me when I was young, and they've been doing it all their lives. So
Pericle pulls out his water skin full of ale and just upends it.
Just gulp, 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 gulp.
So Arlen tells you, she's like, I wish I could. I left this ritual for you just in case you ever got to this point. I was hoping that this never had to happen, but now that you're here, I knew that you would want my guidance.
I
So
will
how do-
I will thank her for her thoughtfulness and tell her that I'm proud to carry on and finish her quest.
So how do we get to this other place?
Just hang tight. I'll take care of it.
I'm
Come
leaning
on,
over,
hand it to
watching him drink this, going, wait, don't. Can I maybe get a little of that?
pass it to Leokas, and then to Grimble.
So this so this plane does exist in between the 4 other elements. What would the ritual look like for you to get there?
It definitely is going to involve like a square with each of the 4 elements at a point of it, and I need everybody to stand inside of this square to portray us being inside the 4 elements. And as we travel, it feels like we're being smushed into 2-dimensional beings.
Corbin, I got no fire. Corbin.
I was waiting for that. I knew it.
That's great.
Waiting for that. Exactly what I was thinking.
Oh wait, no, and at the end of it, I have to go like multipass.
Multipass.
Okay. Okay, so yes. Is there anything you guys want to do before going on this quest?
I'm assuming before we actually leave, we make sure we're stocked up on whatever little minor provisions, just food, water, that kind of small stuff.
I'd recommend everyone visit the restroom before we go too.
Yeah, that nobody wants to
Yeah.
stop in the middle of travel. There's no pit stop there.
There's no rest stops along the way, okay?
Yeah, and if you just like let it fly, then I feel bad for the next 2-dimensional being that zips through.
Yeah, question, does it continue on with you through the planal dimension, or does it like drop off wherever you dropped off?
Some random person in the shadow realms just getting pissed on.
What isn't it? Become shadow piss?
Okay, so
Is it really wet at that point?
this and let's do that.
I'm gonna close my door a little so I don't hear them yelling downstairs.
Okay.
Is he still getting drunk?
I
He's
don't
probably
know.
thoroughly drunk at this point.
I'm probably gonna have to
You have to take your camera down there.
go in a little.
God, show us.
Come on, there's got to be something.
This could be gold.
Just remember to check your towel before you take a shower.
I'll make sure I lock my door.
Even better.
I
How,
just open it in the morning to like this passed out vomit pile and.
Oh man.
Just make sure he sleeps on his side. That's all.
Yeah. How late do you guys want to go? I know Rick, you're hurting, and
Yeah, dude, I'm dying. I'm about to go take a second Percocet, and if that happens, I've got about another 30 minutes before I'm done.
okay. Then what about you, Aaron? Oh my
We're
god.
driving to Vero tomorrow morning, anyways, so
Yeah.
I'll be up to it.
We land in the water?
Yes.
I can't swim. Wait, can I swim?
Warp sync. In
So-
phones.
I'm gonna hang on until he has to go. Put it that way.
Okay. All right. So you guys fall through this.
I'm so sorry. What happened to Armand?
He unfortunately was not able to come along with this mission.
Okay, so he's just gone. There's not a.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, at some point in the past 2 years, actually, at some point recently, you guys had a conversation with Armand, and Armand revealed to the rest of you that he doesn't believe that Josephus has been able to move on. There is reason to believe that once a cult member kills, or once somebody of the cult kills you, you fall into that in-between plane.
Oh wow.
And so he is working with others to actually go and help him help his spirit come back to the Faerun so it can move on.
That's a lot of bodies in there, a lot of souls in limbo.
Is this literally where we just went to? Is that what you're referring? The in-between plane, or is this a different in-between plane?
So you are in the in-between.
Okay.
As long as Rowena sent you to the right place.
I think there's going to be a roll here.
So, all right. So yes, as soon as you guys pop through this
that's
multi-dimensional
fine.
plane, you become two-dimensional for a moment, and you fall out. You guys land in the middle of the water.
How deep is it?
It is.
Like, we don't appear
20 feet deep.
underwater, right? We just appear
Yeah.
splashing into the surface?
I'm sorry. No, no, you don't appear under the water. No, you
Okay.
land. You
Shit.
land in the sky and you fall into the water.
Okay.
And at the point that I really need a roll,
Are we all rolling this?
Yeah, it's roughly 20 feet deep.
What are we rolling?
Nice.
Are we just rolling athletics to swim?
Yeah, you gotta roll athletics to try to swim.
does that have an armor check penalty on it?
My understanding is it should.
Yeah, I don't see
am
the
I-
symbol on the skill sheet.
Am I rolling athletics or athletics?
Athletics.
Athletics.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I know.
Does that mean I need to roll again and take the lower?
What do you mean?
I'm okay with that.
If it's a penalty, is it disadvantage or just like a minus something?
That's a good question.
Does Baracle have a penalty? You're not wearing heavy armor or anything, though.
No, I don't have a penalty. I just rolled like crap.
Yeah, Grimble and Leocus are in.
Yeah, in full
Armor.
armor, and I'm the one that sinks. Everything I'm carrying, it's 21 pounds, and I sunk.
You had your mouth open. You swallowed a lot of water. Made you heavy.
I guess so. It's that one mace I carry, and I don't know why I've got a mace in my inventory, but I've got a mace in my inventory.
It's a lead weight, bro. It's weighing you down, man.
Yeah. If I make it out of this alive and don't drown, the first conflict we get into, I'm going to throw the mace at somebody.
Maybe if you spent more of your monthly devotion toward learning how to swim instead of punching things, I'm just saying, maybe
You
maybe
know?
you would have stayed afloat.
That's true.
I'm just saying.
But I bet you if I scissor kick real hard, I can make it to the surface.
I think if you like attack the water, it works the same.
Ooh.
So as long as you have the strength score to meet with your armor, you should be fine. However, anything movement costs 1 extra foot.
Okay.
So double, half movement basically for your heavy armor.
Yep.
So basically, unlike 3.5, water is not the most dangerous thing in the game.
Oh my god. Yeah, water in 3.5 was.
Yeah, you guys drowned in my campaign, didn't you?
Shit,
Stupid
I drowned in like 2 rounds.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
I played basically where I decided that I hated 3.5 was when I was playing in a campaign, and we died twice because of water.
Yeah.
I mean, we were dealing with the zombie apocalypse, and I died because of water, and I was like, this is ridiculous. We had TPKs. Stupid water.
Yep.
Yeah. You missed the con check and you drown. It's like, holy crap.
Just that's it. Just once. Just
Yeah, that's all it fucking takes, man.
Yeah,
And
let's
you can,
see.
it was stupid deadly. And basically, so I decided when my character came, like when we built new characters for that campaign, I had stealing from gamers an irrational fear of water, and I now understand why.
yeah.
It was terrible. But yeah, so it cost you an extra foot. So Baracle,
Yes.
you didn't pass.
Did you say Baracle didn't pass?
No.
No, with an 8.
My swim
Can
skills
I
So give me a strength saving throw.
can
Okay.
wait. Can I use Ben Luck?
Can you?
Blah blah blah. When another creature you see makes an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw, you can use your reaction spend 2 sorcery points, and apply that number as a bonus or penalty.
Cool. Say those options again. When another character.
You can
Still would
see
give me a 10.
makes an
That would
attack
give me a
roll,
10.
an ability check, or a saving throw.
It's an ability check. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna
Big
throw him
money.
a bag of
Big
rocks.
money. Big money. Big money.
All right. So what happens?
Did it say what I rolled?
No.
Oh, because my chat window's really small now. There we go. Okay, so you get to add that to your.
Okay, that would become an 11.
So you get an 11.
Awesome. Yes.
Does he?
So explain what that looks like. How does your Ben Luck help him?
So, I don't even know. Okay, so he lands in the water first, and I see that he's struggling as I am plummeting also towards the water, and I somehow manage to arc the splash and ricochet of the water from my descent to help push him towards the surface and the
Nice.
shoreline.
See, I would have said something like he developed a bad case of gas and started bloating and he floated up. He increased his buoyancy.
Nice.
You know,
Okay.
Thank you, Rowena.
You're welcome.
that way you could have had, expulsion of the gas to jet you over to the shore. Two problems solved.
You've been like,
As you guys are heading over.
Motorboat.
Actually,
No.
That's where we draw the line. That?
No, she's oh god.
So. as
what
you guys-
is that?
We're about to go all blitzball on these things.
Go ahead and initiative as you guys are starting to swim.
Where is that? That's on my main page. Main page.
Ooh.
Yes. It's awesome.
Oh, shit. You kidding me? We all suck. Except for Rowena. Rowena did good. Miracle did good for once here.
Hey. Just
Okay,
because I
all
couldn't
right.
swim,
For
I
50%
don't want
of
to
us-
fight these things in the water.
Yeah, me neither.
All right. So yes, you guys are staying afloat, and these things pop up out of the water. So
I have a contingency plan.
I gotta count.
Out of that. I know what to do. For me. I can save myself. I don't know about the rest of you. You're on your own.
Why is this not working?
Those look very big.
They are. Oops. There we go. All right, now this should work. All right. So yes, it dives underwater, comes swimming around, comes flying up to attack.
Water weird. It's weird.
No, it's water.
You feel, Leocus, you feel something like swim by your leg.
Sorry, that was me.
Why did the water get warm all of a sudden?
Thought you did that while we were traveling the plains.
I said we should have gone before. It's like anytime you get in the bathtub or a shower or something, right? What is the first thing you have to do?
All right, Rowena, you're up.
Okay.
Jump
let's
in the
see,
pool? What do you gotta
5,
do?
10, 15, 20. All right, I am going to move here. And I'm going to cast the new spell that I learned, Cone of Cold.
Whoa.
And it is a 60-foot cone, so I'm going to cast it in such a way that it hits both of them, but not my people. If I need to be
Okay.
up a square, I can do that too. I don't know.
Yep. Nope. Stop.
You can do it from there.
You
Okay.
should be able to pull that off. Yeah.
All right. Sorry, I am in the square. Right angle twist.
Okay, so the first one, both of them failed.
Cool.
Rick, your connection got lost.
Okay, let me actually double check this. Okay, so
Rick.
they made a saving throw. All right, so if they both failed, then I guess I just rolled damage. Bam.
Gee.
Holy crap!
Nice.
That was badass. Okay. Yeah, what does this look like?
So it we're in the water, so it looks kind of strange, but it looks like part of it, the I guess lake that we're in, just starts like turning to ice, and there's just like shards traveling through it. Thankfully, not through us. And it goes through the first one and then continues into the second one and just kind of like explodes there. And there's like frost all along the. Somebody just lost internet and we got texts.
Yeah, Rick lost internet. That's why he's very still right now.
Oh. I just thought he was, frozen by my cone of cold. But yeah, and as it hits the second one, it kind of like ricochets and just like spikes up out of the water a little bit.
That's awesome. Okay.
Is the water now frozen? Can I like stand on the
It
area?
is
where she
not,
just passed?
unfortunately.
Okay.
Only if somebody dies from it do they become a statue. So,
Oh no, I was thinking, what did it freeze the water?
I mean,
So-
that's
So
DM's
if you-
choice.
Basically, it's very loose ice. So if you try to swim through it, you could crack right through it. If you try to stand on it, it's going to bust right through.
Okay. All right.
Spherical, what are you doing?
I am swimming to this point right here. And
Okay.
then I'm going to pull out the mace that's in my backpack. I'm going to throw it at the water weird spirulina.
Improvised weapon.
It's either
Okay.
that or a dart. That's all I got. How do I even do this? Can I do a minus? What is it? Was it a disadvantage?
You have a mace in your backpack?
I do, and I don't know where it came from. I don't remember it being there, so I figured
Okay.
I might as well get rid of it.
I guess it is an improvised weapon attack.
Which is a -2, right?
It was just,
Or is it disadvantage?
yeah, I thought it was just a standard. You just aren't proficient, so you don't get to add any proficiency, and it only hits for like 1d4 or something like that.
Yeah, it's still better than the dart.
Yep, it is 1d4. And you basically attack without proficiency.
Okay, well, here's my attack roll.
Not a good attack.
And I dropped it in the water.
You fumbled pulling it out of your bag.
Shit. And now I'll put darts. Where's my darts? There they are. Yes, I need to select the water weird. Is 6 the one by Rowena? I need more real estate. That was interesting. 14.
14 is a hit.
Okay. There you go. And that's it for my turn.
Okay. Rowena, roll me a con save.
Wait. 1 minute.
I feel like you could blame Barricle for him rolling the 20s at the very beginning of the game.
Sorry.
Now we've got 2-1 now.
Hold on,
We're
I'm
good,
gonna
right?
use no. I'm
Can
gonna
use that
use
luck.
Tides of Chaos.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm doing that. Better. Okay.
All right. Yes. So when he threw the mace, it smashed into the ice of the lake, and the ice started flying at your face.
Oh,
Of course it
great.
did.
Um, you went up and like you threw your arm up, and the ice started like kind of bouncing off your arm, and it started going for your eyes, and then all of a sudden, like this energy just came from you, and it pushed them out of the way.
Okay.
Sweet.
All right, Water Weird 1. This creature goes to attack Rowena.
Did I say I had cast a mage armor? By the way, I cast a mage armor before we went through the dimensional stuff.
Okay, go ahead and throw it on there.
Okay.
You would. That.
I absolutely would have.
All right.
Okay.
What is your AC total?
I think it should still be 16 unless something changed, in which case it should be 17, but I'm pretty sure it's still 16.
Okay, so it still hits.
Okay.
So yeah, it grabs you. Hold on, let me read this real quick. Okay, yes, it grabs you, and it moves you here, and it pulls you down, down about 5 feet into the water.
Do I not get a saving throw?
Let me reread it. No, you will get it's a grapple and restrained effect,
But usually you
And-
get a
Yeah, she should be
grapple
able to counter the
resist.
grapple.
but you will get to try to escape it.
Yeah, but like
Like-
even with my earthen hand, they get
Yeah,
a
you get
chance
an
to resist
immediate-
it.
Yeah.
So if the target, medium or smaller, is grappled,
Yeah, if they are grappled, I get to try and resist the grapple.
Right.
that's part of its attack, though. A grapple is just an attack roll, and part of its attack is it does damage and it grapples you. And so, because it hit with a 22.
So it's an automatic grapple if it hits you.
Basically, it's just grapple is just a. That's interesting. As part of its attack.
Yeah, because like
give
with
me
my
Yeah, give me an athletics check.
okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't say that on here, but I'm going to accept because it kind of makes sense. So 16. Okay, you don't match its attack.
Okay.
All right, I'll count that as the escape, though. So it still
Only if it
grapples.
succeeds.
It still grapples you, and it pulled you down.
Uh-huh.
But you were able to escape, and you're swimming upwards now.
Okay.
Grimble, welcome back. And what are you doing?
These things are in the water or they're above the water?
In.
They're in it.
In the water. Yeah.
Okay. I think I'm going to cast Misty Step. Get myself over here.
Okay.
And now, what did I miss? Did anyone? I'm sorry.
Spherical attacked and Rowena attacked.
Okay.
I threw a mace and rolled a 1 and shot ice crystals in that at Rowena.
Nice. Very nice. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Well done. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna basically flex and No, I am mighty, and that's it. On my axe,
Okay.
like I'm gonna go full on tick mode.
Gotcha.
Leokiss, what are you doing?
Can I see the thing that brushed against my leg a minute ago?
Yes.
Okay.
You basically see this big, large creature swimming under
Is
the
it
water.
underwater or is part of it above water?
Well, part of it, I guess, comes above water, but yeah, he's mostly submerged.
Second question. Would I know if trying to swing at this thing I get disadvantage because I'm fighting in water?
You're still swinging outside of water, but you're swinging down towards the water.
Yeah, but
You're still fine. Only if you're underwater and you're actually trying to attack, that's
Okay.
the disadvantage.
okay. Well, I'm going to say I did not have my shield out since we were traveling,
Okay.
and I'm going to try and swing with both hands on this thing here now.
Okay.
Let me make sure I'm targeting the right thing here. And let's see if this is the right.
That hits.
And so it gets that plus that.
Awesome. Okay. Yep. You greatly wound it. You stab it like right through like where the face is. You hear this like rumbling sound underwater as it's screaming.
And then I will try.
Oh, sorry. Did you have an extra action?
Maybe I might be mistaken. Hang on, let's see. Nope, that's powers. These are all actions, right? Yeah, never mind. Those are actions, not bonus actions. Yeah, I'm going to try and swim. So I can move half.
Yep.
And my speed is 30, so I get 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna try and move closer over towards where Rowena was. And I think that's my full movement.
Okay. That creature definitely gets a attack of opportunity against you.
Oh, right. Forgot about that. But yeah, sure. I just want out of this water.
It misses.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it's basically like this greenish blood is coming out of it, and it just tries to snag at your leg as you swim off and misses. It's going to chase you down and attack again. It clasps onto like your boot, but it can't seem to get through.
I'm not missing a shoe when I get out of the water, am I? Because
No.
that's probably not one of the things I would have prepared to carry along with me. It's like
Son of a bitch, I brought everything but an
Yeah.
extra shoe.
30 minutes into a new plane, I'm missing a shoe. Great.
That's where this is going to continue on. All right, Rowena, what are you doing?
Let's see. I'm going to cast Scorching Ray at this one. I'm gonna cast them each individually and attack to see if it dies before going on to the next one. Do you want me to just roll them individually, literally, or?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Why did it roll twice?
I don't know. So the first one missed, and the second one hit.
Okay. I don't have advantage on, so...
No, that wasn't an advantage roll. That was, for some reason, did you double click it? Because that's a button. Weird.
Why does that one have an M next to it? That see on the left side, does that mean miss? Next to the attack, you see the sword?
That looks new, yeah.
What is that?
M versus H. What? How is
Miss hit?
Is that miss and hit?
Scorching Ray? No, it's not.
So quick.
Well, I mean, I guess yes, that is what those mean, but you're not supposed to be able to see those.
I don't know. It definitely says miss on the full
Yeah.
text too.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like we only see it when she does it, not when you do it.
Yeah, but I mean, the idea was supposed to be to allow me to be able to convey story-wise if you guys miss a hit. But yeah, I guess that's what it does mean. Interesting.
It's weird that it
But
doesn't
it's
tell
not
you
shown
on
on Leokus.
It doesn't tell you on a hit. Only if you miss, apparently, is when it shows up.
Huh.
I'm scrolling back up.
Yeah, I mean, I'm seeing it through all of them. That's the pattern. Weird.
Okay, well, I'm supposed to have 3 bolts for this one.
Yeah, so
I'm
that's
gonna-
your first 2. Your first one missed. Your second one hit.
Okay, well, let me see. All right, that didn't do that much damage. Still alive, I assume?
Yep.
All right, let's... if it does it twice again, I guess we'll just take the first one.
Okay. That one missed.
Okay.
You sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Pretty sure.
I don't know. It doesn't have an M next to it.
Yeah, that's fine.
It doesn't? See, mine
No.
does. That's so weird.
That was just strange. It's just a hiccup.
All right, so yes.
Is everyone else seeing 2 selectors in the combat tracker too?
I'm also going to move out of the water.
2 selectors.
Yeah, like my combat tracker shows 1, like the little flags that show whose turn it
Yeah.
is. I see 1 for Rowena and 1 for Bear. Oh, now I only see Barracle. It just went away.
Yeah, it just went to me. That's
So,
odd.
As you try to swim out, it tries to attack you, and it misses. Yeah, it comes up out of the water and mouth fully extended and smashes down. You are able to still swim out. Barracle, what do you do?
Throwing darts at it.
Okay,
I hit it once.
first one hits.
Hey. Darts are pretty good, man. That's like shooting a bow. All right. Oh, I gotta mark off my ammo. Oh, never mind. It's automatically doing it.
Once it swims up near the water and it's unable to get to you, it goes ahead and redirects. Leokus, how do you dodge this? It's coming straight at you, mouth wide open.
Turn
Let's
it
see.
back so it hits the shield.
Well, let's say like a surfer diving under a giant wave because he's not quite there yet. I just kind of quick go under and come right back out.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, you dive down under and it flies over you, slightly crashes to its buddy. Grimble, what are you doing?
How deep is this water right next to the shoreline?
It's about 20. Well, right next to the shoreline.
Yeah, like if I was to step out far enough so I could attack this thing, just
it's about 5 feet.
How tall are you?
You'll have to toss me.
Seriously, man, I can tell you, I'm like 4'8".
Yeah, dwarf problems.
Instead
dude.
of
I feel
throwing the darts, you should have thrown the dwarf.
This is terrible.
Nobody
yeah.
tosses a dwarf.
I'm 4'8" as well, so we're in the same boat.
Yeah, 4'8". So all right, so I
Yeah.
can't even step out and attack this thing, man. I'd be like,
Swim.
quit playing around in the water and get on the shore.
Working on it. Working on it here.
I got some
Um,
darts you can throw.
Like I don't really think there's anything I can do. I could maybe cast Bane,
They're almost
less
dead.
of a chance that I know, right? But I'm just thinking
Oh.
there's really nothing I have that's ranged that can smack them.
You can borrow some of my darts.
Just pretend like those were earlier.
Yeah, maybe. Let's see. Can I cast haste on them?
Why would you want to cast haste on him?
So he can get out of the water faster.
Oh, on him.
Yeah. Not on them, on him.
Yeah, I heard M-E-M. So,
Well, maybe that's what I said, but that's not what I meant. Come on, Shane, keep up.
okay, yeah, no problem.
You're supposed to be able to understand what I mean.
Yeah,
Like I said,
that's what my
freaking
wife
hungry.
tells me.
I'm so confused.
So what are you gonna do?
Gosh dang it. I can cast haste on him to huh? Yeah. So
Are you limited on those?
Huh?
Are you limited on haste? How
I-
many
I-
you can do in a day?
I can cast it twice.
I out of character, I don't think it's worth it, but you have to make that call for people's sake.
Okay, fine, then I won't. Move on. Move on.
I
Get
say
out of the
that and I
water.
drown. I drown immediately.
All right. So, Lucas, what are you doing?
I am going to. Let's see, I still have him.
Run for your life.
I am going to
Swim.
shout at them. And I basically going to just kind of scream really loud, back off. Did they save or fail?
What are you doing? They both succeeded.
Welp.
Cool.
I'm going to swim.
Sound
Excuse
travels
me,
better
sorry.
underwater, so maybe
Bless you.
maybe they should have a disadvantage.
I like that. I like the way you think.
Yeah, man. That's physics.
I'm going to try and get over here, but they
It's
both
like when
want
you
to
shoot
swing at
lightning
me.
bolts underwater. Becomes like
So
an
we'll
area
see.
effect instead of light.
It's plasma.
We'll see if they snag me before I can swim out of that way.
Did you bump it?
Yeah. It just any
Hey.
little tweak hurts, man.
Did they
both
snag?
just suck. What is your?
My AC is 18.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Or is it only 18 when you have your shield?
Would be with my shield out.
So what
so
are you?
16.
16? Okay, second one hits you.
Does that mean that I am grappled, or do I need to roll for that?
So give me an athletics check.
Come on, dude, you can do it. You can't.
You did it.
You can. You can. Look.
So yes,
Nice.
it grabbed you, it dragged you down, but you started swimming back out, and you got just to the shoreline where Grimble and Baracle were able to help pull you out.
Talking to me?
Okay.
Mama? Okay. I thought I heard you.
Okay. That definitely ends my turn.
Okay, and now you guys are at the shore, and you just see them swimming around for a little bit in the water, and eventually they just dive down.
Hmm. I thought
How
about
long's
it.
how long's a little bit?
I don't know.
Long enough for me to throw a cantrip spell at him, just to see.
Sure, I mean you could. Yeah, if you want to do that.
We definitely need to kill them because they're worth the XP.
Outside of that, like,
You survive the attack. I mean, still get the.
I can throw some more darts.
I'm gonna take a shot at one whenever it's whoever wants to go first. I don't.
Has
But
anybody got a sling? Because I got 1,000 ball
You
bearings.
guys want to try to blast it with a couple of cantrips before they try to get away?
I do.
I'm totally down for that,
Let
yeah.
him go. Don't
How-
waste time. Let's move on.
No, I'm totally doing this. Hold on. What do I have?
All right, Ro, what are you doing?
I have. Ooh. Does Shocking Grasp do more since they're in water?
Technically, yes.
Barricole threw a dart.
It hit. Wait, no, that's Baracle. That Baracle hit.
Damn it. Still not dead.
I cast Scorching Ray.
So many dice are flying across the screen. Okay.
What just happened?
Uh,
I threw another dart at him and hit him again.
Okay.
Okay, Rowena, you did Shocking Grasp. That hit. Who'd you hit?
The one that's
One.
closest to me.
Okay. Why are you back in the water?
So she could touch it.
So I could touch it.
Oh, yeah, you have to touch it. Okay. So, yeah.
Are you gonna step back out of the water?
Yes, but I want to know if I do double damage.
Um... It should. Why didn't it do that?
Because it doesn't
I don't have
actually
it on
say
water
that in
outside.
the spell. It just says you get advantage. So that's why I
like
asked.
Advantage.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. No, you don't get double damage, but you get advantage.
Well, then I want to hit it again.
Well,
That doesn't mean you get to hit it twice.
yeah, no, that's not how advantage works.
Well, I'm gonna hit it again. After
Are
I
you
step
building
out.
back? Okay.
Okay, so
Hold on, he gets a attack of opportunity real quick.
But it's a 5-foot step. They don't get attacks of opportunity.
Damn you, 3.5. It totally missed though. Okay. Baracle, you threw your darts.
Mm-hmm.
Grumble, are you doing anything?
I cast Scorching Ray.
Okay.
I'm
what?
just kidding.
He cast Scorching Ray.
I was like, wait, what? Where'd that come from?
Yeah. It's an oath spell. Yeah.
What?
Did they?
What
did
kind of
he
oath?
dodge- Did he dodge that sacred flame fast earlier? I didn't know we were actually stepping through.
It's
I don't know.
oath of
I don't see where
cast
you are.
whatever the hell I want.
It was right before you shifted over to Grimble's turn. I didn't know that we were actually stepping through the turn counter.
Leokiss, Sacred Flame. There we go. It failed.
Yes. It takes that in radiant damage.
Okay.
The hell's
The creepy ass laughter.
I don't know where the laughter's coming from.
that's,
That was
not, I bet it's from
Rowena.
Aaron's house. That's from
not-
Aaron's house.
It is.
That's
it
not.
is.
That's not in Sirenscape.
Is that your drunk friend?
Yes.
I don't make that noise when I cast spells. That's not a thing.
By the way, I might have to go soon to make sure my house isn't gonna burn down.
Yeah.
So yes, you drown that one. Ro, do you do anything else?
I want to kill this one, so yes.
Okay.
Those poor creatures. We invaded their territory. They were just
Yeah, well,
defending.
they
their
attacked
home.
us first.
We're land-dwelling creatures in
What
their
the
water
Four
world.
dice?
Christ,
I
we-
clicked advantage and I clicked on the die. I don't know
I
what.
think it automatically gives you advantage because they're in the water.
I don't
I
think
don't think
so.
you need.
Look,
No,
it says hit.
it
It
doesn't
says
know that.
hit. Each.
Yeah, they.
I
So
think
the first two hit.
It's got a blat on the sword. Look at that.
So the first one hits. So
Alright,
yes, go ahead.
whatever.
a blat.
Yeah, blat. It's like when the sword
The
hits,
Batman
it
comic.
goes kapow. Blat. It's
Gotcha.
blat.
Is it dead yet?
It is pretty shocked, but it's not quite.
Ha ha ha
But-
ha ha ha.
It's like, oh my god, you hit me.
My
I'm
turn.
shocked.
No, it's got to swing at her again.
Oh.
Give me an athletics check.
Once I find it again.
Okay. So, yep. It grabbed you, but you were able to pull yourself back out. And Baracle.
One dart. Two darts. Damage. Damage.
And your dart finally killed it.
Yes. Hey, you gotta
Oh.
look at the damage though. I mean, that's 5 damage. That's like longbow damage.
That-
It's not
That's
bad
decent.
for a dart. I'm making fun of my darts.
How many of those things you carry?
21. And I've used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So
All right.
you might want to jump in and go get my darts.
They're gone.
What about the mace?
I'm gonna, before we
long.
venture further, I'm gonna walk over here and just touch Rowena on the shoulder and give her a mild cure wounds.
Okay.
Yay!
A very mild cure.
That was not helpful.
And I get 3 to myself.
You almost healed more than you gave her.
That's what I was about to joke.
Oh man. Well, all right then. I see how it is.
I mean, are we worried? I could try again.
I mean, I just saved everybody.
See, there's a.
Yeah, you did save me. I appreciate that.
Hey,
True.
I did lots of ice damage in the beginning.
That is true. You did do a massive amount.
Yeah,
of damage.
very, very true. Alright, we'll give this another shot. Do I still have her targeted? Yes. Ooh. What is that?
I think we're having some hiccups here.
Can I heal myself again, too? Alright.
Sounds good.
All right. What are you guys doing?
Well, is this a stopping point for
Yeah, your guys' call.
Rowena and Rick?
I am
Aaron,
thinking
Rick?
so for me, yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
How
That's
much
fine.
does that shifting plane journey, whatever thing we just went through, take out of us?
What do you mean?
Like, does that
Do we
make
need
us
to
just
rest?
feeling us like physically disoriented, or just kind of have any other effect? Do we arrive peachy and bright-eyed and perfectly fine? Is
I
there
mean,
just a travel effect that going that way does to us?
not really. I mean, yeah, it was a little weird. This is probably the first time for everybody other than Rowena to actually jump through planes. So the effect felt really weird, but when you came back out, you were still yourself.
Okay, well, I guess what I'm leading at is, would it make sense after that, even if we're not necessarily tired, for us to try and set camp in that little alcove right there on the map? Or are we good enough physically that it's not a big deal and we'll just kind of pause where we're at?
I think that not really the traveling to the plane, but probably the more just trying to get out of that stream. I mean, if anybody's ever like jumped into the water and had to swim out, that's a little exhausting. So like taking a short rest or so.
Okay, but not
Would
enough
be-
to like set up legit camp and rest as part of our pausing for actual
No.
in real life. Right?
We might want
guys-
to dry out.
You guys weren't. Yeah, you guys weren't that exhausted. But
Okay.
yeah, you guys probably want to dry out. Take an hour or two just to.
Okay, cool.
I guess we
Recalibrate.
don't have. I guess we don't have dry rations anymore.
Depends on your pouch.
Well,
Leather can be pretty good at.
that's true.
Cool.
Alrighty,
All right, so
Okay.
this is where we'll pick up next time.
sounds good.
All right, cool,
Cool.
guys. Appreciate
All right,
it.
Thanks,
July
everybody.
7th, correct?
Ooh, wait. That can't possibly be a date. There's this weird like anniversary thing.
That is when the thing is listed.
So
What thing? The anniversary thing or the other thing?
The other thing.
The thing we're doing tonight?
The thing we're doing tonight, yes, is
Oh.
listed on the 7th.
Okay.
So that can't possibly happen.
The 14th? I can't do the week before.
I will be gone the 14th and the 21st.
Son of a bitch.
Look, some of you guys are just gonna have to cancel. All right.
Yeah, okay, cancel your
See, what
What is this
anniversary,
real
James.
life planning stuff?
Yeah, James, you have to cancel your anniversary.
That's not one thing I can do.
Well, you just have to bring her along. I'm sorry.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah,
She can,
she
play
can
NPC.
guest. She can guest DM.
There you go.
What do
I
you guys think
guarantee we
about
can make it a
doing?
romantic evening.
Can we do a Friday? Are Fridays doable at all?
I'm fine with that.
I think so.
Nathan?
Okay.
So the 6th?
Well, I'm gonna be gone the whole weekend.
Oh.
Well,
Man,
you
see,
just
James,
ruined
I'm
it all,
trying
didn't
to I'm trying to work with everybody here, okay? You need to cooperate a little bit.
That's. I'm sorry. I got married back in 2007 on 7/7.
What about the 29th? Can we do the 29th of June?
I don't think so. I will double check real quick.
Or the 13th? When do you leave? You said you were gone on the 14th and the 21st. Does that include the 13th?
Yes, it does. I'll be gone for 2 weeks straight there. And then I'm starting my visitations. I will be out of town June 25th, 26th, 27th. So, what day did you say, Aaron?
I was trying to look for the 13th, but you said you're going to be gone by then.
No, he said
Yeah.
in June.
Oh, in June the 29th. So it would be a week and a day before.
Yeah, I can make that work.
Does anybody have issues with the 29th?
I don't think I do.
I don't think I do either.
James.
I'll have to check with the calendar and the wife.
I have nothing on there.
Do you have an anniversry with your other wife that day, James?
Apparently, you also have a child. It could be his or her birthday, so.
That's true.
How do you guys know about all these secrets of my life? Nope. I'm available, so I'm adding it to the calendar.
Okay, yeah, let's move the 7th to the 29th, and then if anybody has issues, deal with it.
That makes
Right.
sense.
Okay, so
Cool.
we'll take it on the 29th.
Cool.
Cool.
All right.
PM 12 a.m. Well, it's on the calendar.
Yay.
Cool.
All right.
Sweet. Thanks, guys.
Yep, thanks very much. See you guys next time.
No problem.
Alrighty.
Bye, guys.
All right,
Thanks.
bye.
Bye.